Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is just a timeless reading for Gemini. For some of you, this may or may not resonate, and certainly if it doesn't have any relevance in your life, then this reading is not for you. But just doing an early morning read on this one, so I just felt compelled to do it. So just going through the cards here, looking at Hanged Man, as well as Six of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. We also have, I just kind of clustered these together, but Knight of Cups, as well as the Fool and the Temperance card. And then we've got advice cards out of the World and Three of Michael. I also have a few other cards that are kind of pulled off to the side here just for the sake of time. I'm just going to read those later, but advice cards as well as kind of what you're currently going through here also. Just in looking at things here, as I said, it's more of a timeless card, so this may be relevant for you right now, or this might be a little further out of something that you're currently just kind of overcoming. But for whoever this resonates for, these are minor arcana, so this doesn't seem to be anything that is going to be long-standing. The cards toward the end, however, are more significant because they do relate around sort of new beginnings and that kind of thing, and they are major arcana. So the ones that are out here for the major arcana would be the Temperance and the Fool card. So those will be sort of the main cards out, and again, these are clarifiers as well to the Knight of Swords. So they're not as relevant in this month as they may be further out, but there are the clarifiers down below here for the Ace of Cups, with the Eight of Wands and Magician and Ten of Swords. So just to get right into it, it looks as though there is something very good coming in here, but currently the energy that you're sitting in is one of, this is also a major arcana as well, and that is currently the energy that you're sort of struggling with is being stuck. So I feel like you really, the card just, innately speaks of shifting your perspective and really trying to get out of your head here, or at least it seems like you're really ending a cycle because there's something really significant that will be coming through for you further out, but right now you're not seeing it. So with that hangman energy, like I said, it's just you feeling a little bit trapped. I feel like you don't know which direction to go. You don't know what to do. You feel like you need to be going forward in some kind of new adventure, but at this point, it's really hard to tell what that adventure might be. I feel with the Ten of Swords, before anything is going to happen in regards to that, you need to kind of move yourself out of your head here. The level of stress that you're dealing with at this time is going to be pretty significant, I would say, with that Ten of Swords coming through here, but for sure there's a lot of balance that'll be coming in further out. You are healing, you are being protected, you have guidance, you have someone that's looking out for you from the other side that is coming through here, but there's a level of tolerance and compromise that needs to be kind of moderated going forward. You need to sort of temper this ability to, or this desire for adventure. You need to kind of temper that because it feels as though when you're looking back at the past, there's a lot of areas here that you are hopeful with, but there's also, like I said, the current energy, which just feels as though you're just not ready to move on in a particular headspace. So you're kind of putting yourself through some sort of, whether it's a physical illness or sickness or something like that that might be ailing you, that's slowing you down here, with the Ten of Swords as well as the Hanged Man. It's just an energy of you kind of preparing yourself for a certain level of metamorphosis, I guess we could say. It's a transition of some sort here, but it seems to be in your mental space. I don't know that you're sure of, it feels like you're sure of your some kind of skill set, because you do seem like there's something that you want to share in the world here, but it feels as though, like I said, when I see the Hanged Man energy, like you're just a little bit unsure in some area of your life. You felt, or you're feeling pressured or held back in some way here. Like I said, this is kind of the predominant energy, and something might not be yet coming in with money for you because you're still in a place of manifestation mode. And again, currently there is some monies that are coming through. I shouldn't say that because that's the energy you're in right now with the Six of Pentacles. But further out, it looks like there's more that will be coming, but it has to be especially when it's followed here by the Ace of Cups. There's even kind of an extension of an emotional offer here where somebody possibly there's going to be some kind of a gift exchange or something like that that is going to be coming in this month here as well. And it is rapidly coming in, actually. So because we've got the Eight of Wands as well as the Knight of Swords, it's more of a rapid gesture or again, whatever this gift is, it could be emotional, it could be on more of a financial front here because it is very close to the Six of Pentacles, but I feel like it's almost a combination of both. So there is something that is going to be offered to you, from an emotional place and sort of a warm gesture here with the Six of Pentacles. Um, like I said, there is a level of unhappiness here for sure is where you're at. And I feel like you're just a little hesitant to, you know, really move on to the next stage here and the joy that's really coming through at some point, because you're just feeling overwrought with something that is not allowing you to kind of grow just at this point. So again, whether you're stuck in this energy or whether you are just, on the verge of sort of moving through it, there is a level of just feeling like you are blocked and broken in some way here. I'm not saying this is going to be forever, obviously, because you have a lot of positive cards that follow this, but just know that the events in your life are going to force you to sort of go inward to be able to deal with things when you're stuck in this kind of energy. There is something that is going to rise you to a new vibration here, but right now you're just sort of stuck looking at those negative patterns and it's draining you, and you are not allowing yourself to, go forward in a way that is going to allow you to manifest just yet. So, as I said, I feel like you're still in a place of uncertainty, and I feel like you just need to give some deeper thought to the thoughts or the mindset that you're currently in, because it's not really serving you if you're not allowing yourself to take some form of action or contemplate some form of movement. If you're still in that energy, like I said, know that thinking more along that same track will just bring you more of that same energy. So, and able to, bring yourself to, a better sense of well being, just knowing that destiny is going to play out here, but you have to be open to it before it really comes through the door. So, like I said, I feel like this is kind of um, a place where you just feel stuck in a rut, like I said, and you just really need to allow yourself to not be so self-involved and do a little more on the action front of things to sort of break the pattern. Like I said, Hangman is a card of frustration as you go through a transition here as well. You're feeling like your life is kind of suspended and stagnant in some way, but you're not really realizing that there is an opportunity up ahead here. And it is actually coming in pretty quickly. And it is going to involve some form of money. So there is a sense of, uh, you know, this being maybe a setback, but that's because you're in a place where you need to adjust your point of view and able to grow something and move it forward here. So again, you might be starting kind of in a bottomed out sort of place here, but just know that you are moving to a more cooperative sort of space here. And with that Six of Pentacles, that card is a very good card for manifesting money. And it definitely speaks to a sharing sort of equally balanced kind of connection. But it is certainly coming in here pretty quick. So even if you are feeling stuck in some regard here, just know that you do have some help. You just have to give things some time, because there's going to be something that will be manifesting further out with the help or the assistance of another. And I feel that cooperation will allow some kind of equal give and take there, for you to create something. And that is going to be something that kind of brings you into, something that you're trying to manifest, something that you're wanting, something you're desiring. So, like I said, Six of Pentacles is, somebody who's going to be willing to give of their time, give of their energy, and this can be used, can be somebody else, but either way, there's assistance that is available at this point, and you are being pushed into the right direction here with the card of the Magician. But you just have to give yourself a little bit of leeway here as things come forward. So be alert for synchronicities because, like I said, I mean, this is a card of letting you know that things are kind of being lined up for you. The Magician is a very powerful energy. It's somebody who has all the capability to kind of bring things forward. There's nothing that's really standing in your way but you, I would say, in this particular read. But again, it's just more of a sense that, you know, you're waiting on money and that there's, you know, whether this is a small check, Six of Pentacles to me is kind of a smaller amount of money, and for, you know, whatever it is, for whatever reason you're thinking it might be further out, it's actually coming in pretty quick here. And that could be part of what the gift is here as well, but I also see sort of a cooperative effort in terms of your manifestations. So, like I said, I mean, you do have something that's coming in here pretty quick in terms of money, and I do feel like that is going to be able to put you into a better mindset here with the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, like I said, is something that is for the beginning of a new idea, something that you enjoy to do, something that's got some potential, still in the early stages, that kind of thing. But it is where things have to begin and able to kind of bring about the promise of success in a particular area. So, again, even on the emotional front, it feels like there is a lot here that is filled with possibilities here with that Ace of Cups. So again, it's the universe is also bringing something forward for you to, you know, to kind of change the mindset here as well. The Ace of Wands is communication that's going to be coming in pretty quick. This could be mail or otherwise. That is an indicator that it is, you know, swiftly coming in. So probably I would say within the next week, you're probably getting some kind of news of the next couple of weeks. But for sure, this is something that does indicate for some that this is a new emotional situation or a loving situation or a happy situation, but it's a beginning stage of something that is going to kind of shift your perspective and it's kind of renewing you in some way. So I do feel like you've got, for some of you, this could even be a new job. For others, this just is not in that realm because you're not looking for a job, but it would be more along the lines of an emotional situation, or again, is still something new that is going to make you happy because it is tied into your emotions with the Ace of Cups. So something is moving in here pretty quickly that is very strongly giving you the sense of things being in a happier, with a happier note anyway overall. So this could be somebody extending themselves to you emotionally as well, and that could be bringing about you know, a better balance as well, a more happy situation. So it is more of an unconditional love card, and it's also about acceptance, that kind of thing. And it certainly does talk about an emotional situation kind of deepening here as well. And it could be with another person here, but it is something that's going to allow for a new beginning in some way, regardless. We also have the Knight of Swords. Knights are all about things coming in pretty quick. So the Knight of Swords is using your intellect. You know, in could be with writing or it could be with contracts or something like that. But I don't specifically see contracts here. But it definitely does speak to using your mind very quickly to move something in the direction of your favor. So, like I said, it's kind of head over heart. In, you know, in this particular situation. So this is what's kind of leading you, is strong moral place, and it certainly speaks to being honest and kind of having a leadership quality and strong beliefs in that area of your life. But it does speak to things along the line that will unlock for you in terms of your mindset, and that's going to be very healing for you. So there is something that's coming in here very shortly that will help you to, you know, move out of this very negative sort of headspace where you're feeling like something didn't go quite as you had hoped to. But the King of Swords for me is a really very intellectual card. Like I said, it's somebody who's quite, you know, where there's a lot of thought in a particular area of your life. So whether this is writer or school or something that is going to be allowing you to use the written word in a very symbolic sort of way here, it does still speak to a lot of that energy coming in to unlock you regardless, to reach more of a fuller potential here, in regards to the Fool energy. The other part of it is too, is that is kind of a card of being a little bit locked down in terms of, or detached from your emotions. So if somebody is coming in to kind of extend themselves emotionally to you, you're feeling a little bit distant in some area here. Um, and again, but there is movement in the direction that things will kind of open up in some way. Like I said, the nights are pretty fast moving. So I would say that, you're really in a place where you have to just allow yourself a little bit of perseverance so that you can see that you're actually in a place where you're going to conquer a situation. You're going to be able to defend your beliefs. You're going to overcome whatever obstacles, over here, are holding you back, because that Knight of Swords is one of movement. So it is about being brave and kind of uh, symbolizes you gathering ideas as well. And that is pretty rapid inspiration as well, I would say, that's coming in for you, that's going to allow you to sort of reason out your situation. So organize your thoughts better and be able to get a little, it's like a sudden surge so that you can focus again. I feel is where things are headed. There's a lot of ambition with that card, and a real desire to want to move something in a direction of, your ultimate manifestation or happiness or goal. And for sure, there is a definite goal here, I see. I just feel like you're just not feeling like your efforts are paying off in any particular big way. And I feel like you want to be able to, you're impatient at this point. I feel like you really want to be able to move something ahead. So, again, there is going to be a more rewarding period, but in terms of money, there's something small that's coming through here. And it's something around, like I said, your manifestation. Something is like more along the lines of inspiration, rapid inspiration is coming through here also. A lot of new ideas are coming in here very shortly here with the Fool card. That is strong desire to kind of get into some new path and along, along the lines of a new adventure. Could be dealing with a younger person with more of a level of immaturity here as well. There could be a little bit of distance in between that scenario, but there is a level of healing here as well with the Temperance. So just know that that situation is going to be dealt with in a very positive way, and there is potential there for that to level out here. But you are in a place where you're wanting to really embrace something, get a new fresh start, that kind of thing, and move something ahead. There is a potential for travel or a thought of that possibly here, more along the lines of in the distance here, not quite at this point, because I do feel like you are in a place of just, you're too much in your head to kind of put a lot of action into something here. But it does feel like it's underway anyway. There's some kind of definite improvement, even in terms of a health situation. I feel like there is definite improvement here. So whether this is your mind that's requiring a little bit of healing, or if this is your overall physical body, that kind of thing, I just feel like there is some kind of restoration that's coming in here to, allow you to keep things going. We also have the World card, and the World card for sure, it just in itself is a card of, to me, that speaks of travel, but it's also an end cycle card. So for whatever you're dealing with, I feel like you are at a place where that's kind of done and dealt with, at that negative spot in your head, that heavy place over here that you were feeling trapped, stuck. Know that the advice is just keep moving, because there's a very happy ending at the end of this. Things will come full circle, and spiritual growth and insight is also coming through here. There's something that is going to open you up in a very large way. So just know that if you just persevere through this scenario, that there is going to be some kind of self-actualization from, that you're transforming into. Because you are on the Fool's journey here. And the Fool's journey is about, realizing the destination. So know that you're on that path. You are aligned because you are in magician mode. You are manifesting something specific. You already are into the full energy. You've got the conclusive energy to the beginning of an energy. So just a little further out here, just know that you are going to be getting something that you had desired is going to open up for you. So there is a level of reaping your rewards or attaining some kind of fulfillment in some way here. And it feels like it'll be more of a long-term project when it's the World card. And you are receiving something that will be further out. But right now, the initial energy is a small amount of something that's coming in here pretty quick, but you're still, also manifesting a larger scale amount of money and success. But you are getting some kind of cooperation here to be able to allow you to do that. Again, on an emotional front, I still feel like you're in a place of waiting for something to come in with an Ace of Cups, but it is going to be rapidly coming in here pretty quick. Okay, so I'm going to get into the next cards. Oh, sorry, and the Three of Michael. Forgot to go through that one there too. Release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. So that one is pretty self-explanatory there as well. Three of Michael is the card of, kind of, to me, it's a cooperative card where you've got, more than just yourself sort of dealing with the scenario. You've got other people that are coming in to help you to get through something. And but like I said, threes is more of a creative sort of energy here as well, and I feel that might be part of your solution. But you are going to grow from this situation. You don't have to do it alone. It is more of a cooperative effort. I feel the advice in this situation, again, is kind of forgive everyone, forgive yourself, allow time to sort of heal the situation, because you are going to arrive at a new perspective, and that's exactly the space you're in. That cycle is finishing up here. And the Three of Michael, it does speak to seeing things in a different light, which is exactly where the Hanged Man is in changing your perspective. And just know that you'll be a stronger person over time, because that is the challenge that you are directly faced with in this period, is allowing yourself to find a way to forgive and heal a situation, because it's not worth it for you to take that energy forward. It will only hold you back, and unable to gain true success and abundance and connection, you have to be in the energy and the frequency of receptivity, and that has to be more of an open energy. So closing yourself off is just going to bring you more of that same stale energy. I'll just go through some of the other cards here I had too. I'm just going to pull some of this away. But like I said, you're in kind of a healing space here right now. So the other cards that I did pull out as advice cards would be, whatever your questions were, it says the card indicates it's up to you. So, I feel like you're just there's a reminder here that it's up to you. You can either continue on with the same level of thinking, which will bring the same level of inaction and the same level of stale, kind of lack of motion. Like I said, that you're not really moving things ahead if you're in this place of not forgiving and all of that. And again, even with the Temperance card, that was still a card of compromise and negotiation. So it is still about choosing a new direction, but it's up to you to sort of take that first step, basically. So the other card out is the card of opportunity. So there is an opportunity that will be showing itself here up ahead, but I don't know that you're quite in that energy yet. As I said, it feels like there's a lot to sort of resolve within you personally, unable for you to go forward on some level. But right now, opportunity is going to be manifesting here in some regard, but just not at this point. So like I said, I feel like you're just not quite open to receiving, and until you're in that space of being receptive, it's going to be difficult for you to really take value in what is coming in. Sometimes you won't even see it, and it can be right around you because you're not open to receive. So we also have the next card out here of it's not the right time, which we've already indicated. We know that that is the case. You're kind of going through some healing energy here, but know that, yes, it is going to be coming in. You just have to give things some time. You just have to give things some time to be able to manifest here. And then when you're able to go inward, you'll realize that if you meditate, you're going to be able to bring things forward here. Like I said, it's more along the lines of everything is within you, and you just know that positive growth and expansion is possible. It's just on the horizon here, really. It's just, you're just not quite open to, maybe you're waiting on ideas before you can take action. But just know that whatever you're seeking to manifest is going to be able to create some changes here very soon for you. You just have to go inward. You have to be open. You have to heal. You have to forgive. And it is still, like I said, opening the door for possibilities is going to still come from a place of contemplation, because the meditation card means that you're not quite in that space yet. You have to really go inward to really get to that level of peace, calm, before you're going to see it. So sometimes you can be walking down the street and you don't see the dime on the ground, and another person will. And the reason why is because they're open to it. They're calm, they're relaxed, they're not in their head. So when they look down, they see it, that kind of thing. So right now, I just feel like you're trying to come up with answers, and and you might be trying to intellectualize the situation here as well. But the solution is going to come from that level of, intellect as well, I feel, for you this month anyway. But again, it is going to require you to get the information on, draw yourself into a place where you get the insights. So the ideas might come through, even in a dream or something on a subconscious level, which is going to sort of awaken you. But I think that the processing of the idea is going to come from the rational mind. So that's where you're going to process things and reason it out and realize that, harboring the heavy information is not helpful if you're not allowing yourself to grow. So the only way you can grow is to release your thought or your idea of how something should have looked or how something should be, and just accept the situation for what it is. It's not about you necessarily. There's a lot of other factors that come into play in many scenarios. So I think you can only take your part in it. I'm trying to look for the right words there. Mornings are harder for me to speak. But you can only account for your part in a situation. There's a lot of other factors that are sort of unknown that play out. So like I said, just showing up as the best you is really the best way to draw the best things to you. Anyway, that's what I have on that note. And I was going to do the other cards in there, but I think this video might be too long, so I'll do those in a separate video from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. But that's just what I have as kind of a random timeless video for you. So just know that everything is going to come around full cycle, and everything will move in your direction here very shortly, Gemini. So have faith, keep moving forward, and never give up.